Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to day number 9 on the Mindset Challenge. 21 days of transforming your mindset. Okay. 21 days that you have decided to show up with Coach Naira. 21 days of just really going in, breaking in for your breakthrough. Okay. 21 days of this. We're on day 9 together. Okay. 9 days that I've actually showed up and put a video up for you and for me. Because remember, we're in this together. You're not in this by yourself. It's not like I'm the one over here just have so much to say. No, I'm growing through with you. Okay. We got to go through to grow through. Write that down. You have to go through to grow through. I am Coach Naira. I'm your transformational life coach, speaker, retreat leader, author, international best-selling author, spiritual advisor, travel advisor, and much, much more. Above all and beyond all, I am your transformational life coach. If you are here today, I want you to know that I am the founder of the Heal on Purpose Repair of the Black Family community. I specialize in eradication of generational trauma, drama, limiting beliefs, and self-sabotaging behavior pattern. My goal and my why factor, if I can just impact one, I know that the world has been changed, right? If I can use my voice just to make a difference in one person's life, I know that God is using me. However he shall use me. If he touched me with one, if he blessed me with one, or he blessed me with the masses, I'm satisfied. And so today I asked the question, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with how you're showing up in the world today? Okay. You have to be satisfied within yourself that you know without a shadow of a doubt that you have the power to change. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to ask that you go ahead, number one, subscribe to the channel. I'm just taking a moment for you to go ahead and hit the button to subscribe. The next thing is to like the video. Okay. Like the video. These are very, very, very simple asks. Okay. I'm asking you to do this. Okay. Like the video. And then the next thing is to go ahead and turn on your notifications. Turn on your notifications. So every time I show up on this call or on the YouTube channel, you will be notified. These are simple asks. Okay. You know how it is to ask somebody to do something and they either follow through or they don't. Okay. The greatest reward is in your follow through. When you know that you have faith, focus, and follow through, that's a part of the greatest reward that you can give yourself is your follow through. All right. Last but not least, if you are showing up on this channel, it really is an indicator to yourself that you are ready for your next level. So I ask that you, number one, you should have your highlighter because I love to highlight things. And I think that the more that we can highlight some things, the more enlightened we become. Number two, you should have your book. Okay. We are going through As a Man Thinketh. Okay. You can get this, order it online, listen to the audiobook, and you can just tune in to me every time we get on and read. The other thing is you should have a journal, okay? You should be able to take notes because I do understand that our attention spans are short. Some of us are at work, we're with our families, we're doing a whole bunch of things, and we just really don't know how to make time for ourselves. But if you hear something that resonates for you, not all the time, if you hear something that resonates with you and for you, I encourage you to write it down, okay? And then last but not least, if you need glasses like me, you need glasses, get your glasses. Get your glasses. Okay, so we are in it today. I'm ready to just go all the way in. Sometimes we got to know how to go all the way in. Are you ready to go all the way in with yourself? All right, so it's day number 9. Purpose requires preparation. We started this out with the why factor. Like, why are you doing 21 days? Why are you really sitting before a computer or on your phone or however you're getting this message? Why are you really doing this? Are you doing it just to be able to say that you're doing something, or are you doing it because you're in preparation so that you can help yourself and others? Many are called, few are chosen. You are being prepared for your next level of assignment. And the first part of the assignment is you. Many people want the blessings, but they're not preparing mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. They're not preparing physically. And if they are preparing in some type of way, with the preparation, are they able to have sustainability in the preparation? This is why mindset is so important. Personal development is so important because this life that you're building is about you. The more you are willing to change, the more the people around you in your communities, in your families, in your church or your masters or whatever it is that you're a part of, it will change because guess what? The one person that's a part of the change is you. So becoming fit for the lifestyle that you desire is required. But you got to know your purpose. You have to know, why am I really, really, really engaging? Like for myself, one of the reasons that I engage in mindset development, one of the reasons why I strive so hard to be on intentionally healing and growing and obtaining a new level of freedom is because I always, from a little girl, I wanted a happy family. From a little girl, I used to watch the Cosby Show and the Brady Bunches and the Waltons and you name it. You know all of the shows. Okay, I'm probably telling on myself, but nevertheless, I would watch these TV shows and I would envision, not knowing that I was practicing the power of visualization. I didn't know that. I just would just use my imagination. And in my imagination, I wanted a happy family. This is a part of my why factor. I want to not just have it for myself, but I want to see other people have a real happy family, happy relationship, right? Whatever relationship you're in, you have to know that you should be happy. And one of the things that I have come to find personal experience, it personally as a little girl, then I grew up, I experienced divorce. I seen my parents get a divorce, and then I had to make a new decision that no, it stops with me. I don't want to see divorces keep going on. So whatever I could do to contribute to the motion of people having a happy family, I want to be found doing that because marriages are declining fastly in America. For generations and generations and generations, we see the same old thing. It keeps repeating itself and repeating itself. I mean, that's just one thing. Number two, in the family unit, we don't know how to communicate with each other. People don't know how to talk to each other. People don't want to listen to one another. We stuck on phones and video games and social media and all of these things. We have to improve communications. Well, the only way that you can talk right, you got to think right. Hmm? So communication, the wealth of the Black family, the wealth of the family unit, period. But in particular, the Black family is declining. So we got to increase our energy. Money is energy. Finances is energy. We have to increase our energy so we can increase our wealth. Go ahead and write that down. Increase your energy so that you can increase your wealth, but you have to be prepared for what you're praying for. You got to be prepared for what the work that you're putting in. You got to do your due diligence and be prepared for the blessings. Who am I talking to today? My God. Did y'all show up for mindset change? Because we go after our weaknesses, not our strength. We fortify our strengths and we edify our weaknesses. So you got to be able and willing to look at the weaker part of yourself. Are you prepared for your next level? You have to determine and you have to decide and determine. Write that down. You got to decide and determine. I'm ready for my next level. See, I didn't know that I was going to be ready to be remarried, and now I'm married for 28 years. I wasn't prepared for that because after my first marriage, I was like, I am never getting married again. Oh, that was a mindset. That was a thought. Like that was a feeling. It was like, no, I'm never getting married again. Why would I? But right in my why would I get married again? Right in, I didn't know that God was preparing a man for me. And I didn't know that even in that moment that he was preparing me for this man. So there's some things that might be going on in your life and you're thinking, why would I? But when you ask yourself powerful questions, you and God will come up with a powerful solution. So the me asking myself, why would I want to get married again, it went all the way back to the original dream, the original vision, the original prayer, the original decision that I wanted a happy marriage. The first marriage was trial and error. I had some happy moments, but it wasn't the marriage that me and God hadn't visualized when I was a little girl. But I'm walking in my dream now. I'm living in my dream now. Okay. So what I'm saying is sometimes you got to go back through it again because you and God will take yourself all the way back to the original thought, the original creation. But you got to be willing to ask yourself a powerful question so that you can come up with the powerful solutions. My God. So he took me back to the original when I asked myself the question, why would I do that again? Because I really wanted to answer my own prayer and become a solvent in my problem. Didn't know this. Now, I didn't know this while I was asking myself the question. I was actually being sarcastic. Like, I'm not doing that no more. But the mind is one thing and the heart says another. You got to be able to lead with your heart, especially women. You got to be able to lead in your vision with love. And so I'm saying this to say to this, if you're thinking to stay small, to stay fearful, to be undisciplined, you will sabotage the opportunities that's meant for you to elevate. If you are thinking, and not maybe consciously, but unconsciously, subconsciously, oh, I'm just gonna smaze for I don't want to be seen. See, you can tell when people don't want to be seen because they don't communicate, right? They want to stay small, they stuck in their fears, they undisciplined, don't want to change environment. Somebody can invite you to come and do something different. You'll let everything under the universe stop you from moving and doing something different that just may be your blessing. Now you're playing yourself small. So you got to be willing to play yourself bigger than your current circumstances. And be prepared to carry your purpose. You cannot carry your purpose with an unprepared mind because now you're moving in chaos. Hmm? And as we are moving to this more intentional and deliberate way of thinking, growth requires stretching. You got to be willing to be uncomfortable in your growth. Come on, beloveds. Come on, beloveds. Beloveds just mean child of God. Come on, beloveds. You got to be prepared to be stretched. Transformation feels uncomfortable because your old thinking, your old ways is being challenged. But behold, you and God shall make all things new. But you got to be willing to expose to a new level of thinking. And so for those of you that showed up on here and you stick it through, you literally following me day by day, you're engaged in the process, you're doing the homework, you already are engaged in the process to be made new. Because your own prayers led you to this video, led you to my voice, right? And so pressure is not always punishment. You got to be willing to go through some pressure and understand that it's not punishment. Okay. Sometimes that pressure is really your preparation. Like right now in my life, and I was just talking to my husband about this morning. I said, man, like I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. And sometimes, in doing that X, Y, and Z for me, it's not always about me, but God is showing me how to make certain things about me. Okay. And I realized, I said, it seems like the more I try to push through certain circumstances, the harder the pressure is. Like I can feel the atmosphere. It's not all about what I'm putting myself through, but what others want to put me through. But I have determined I would not allow this world, the people that is of this world that say they believe in God and they acting like they believe in God and they showing up in like sheep in wolves clothing. They wolves for real. I would not allow someone to steal my joy. I would not allow somebody to rob me of God's blessing. I would not allow that anymore in my life. I played the victim. I'm no longer a victim. I am a powerful woman who's determined to do God's will. And so I understand that even in that, it's a lot of pressure to be a God's woman and follow through on his assignment. But I understand that all of that is preparation for the new level of responsibility that he's given me, starting with myself. And so you got to be willing to be, your discomfort may be evidence that you're growing. My discomfort is like, it's evidence that, girl, God doing something with you. Write that down. God is doing something with you. So this is evidence. You got to look for the evidence in this time. You got to look for the evidence that God is showing you up. And one of the things that I honestly know is when it comes to this physical, I had to realize that at some point in my life that a lot of things that I was going through, was mental, and it was making me physically sick. And all of the mental was not what I was doing, is what I was allowing other people's thoughts and considerations about me. I'm not doing it no more. You see that? Energy. You got to be able to say, I'm not doing it no more. So I want to encourage you to look at areas of your life that maybe you've been in the shoes like me, where you just shrink in the presence of other people's power. You shrink in the presence of other people's thoughts. You shrink on how other people feel about you, or what they say that you can and you will and you can't do, and this. You just shrink. You just start thinking less of yourself. Hell to the no, no. No, change it. Mm-mm. So, what is your emotional tone level when I say, do you shrink? How does that make you feel from 0 to 5? 0 being the worst and 5 being the best. Hmm? How do you react emotionally? How do you rise intentionally? How do you come up through things intentionally? 0 being the worst and 5 being your best. These are your homework assignments. And as we go on, you got to be the person that you're willing to manifest into this new reality. You got to be it now. You got to be willing to change habits now. 21 days to change a habit. 21 days, your success is going to show up on a new level. Hmm? You can't wait for this. You must think, you must move, you must prepare yourself into the future version of yourself. Show up right now. You got to be prepared. I'm prepared. I'm prepared to be able to have God's blessings bestowed upon me. I'm prepared to be able to impact people by the millions. I'm prepared, God. I'm prepared. I'm prepared that you would give me the strength to overcome my shortcomings. I'm prepared that everything that I desire to be, to do, and to have that is of your will, that I'm already successful. I'm prepared to have, watch this. It's a money mindset, multi-millions of dollars. I'm prepared, God. I'm prepared to be a blessing to somebody else. I'm prepared, God. I'm prepared. What are you preparing for? I'm prepared for me and my husband to travel the world, God. I'm prepared, touching people by the millions, God. I'm prepared. I'm prepared to have my children and my grandchildren and my great grandchildren to walk into generations of healing, growth, and development, God, because I live and I breathe and I'm changing the cycles. I'm prepared, God. And so ask yourself a question. What are you prepared for? Who are you prepared? I'm prepared to receive new relationships, God. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Yeshua. However, you said, lean into the God of your understanding. Are you prepared? And so I ask you these 4 questions, 3 questions that I have for you, and then we're going to get into the reading. Okay? Number 1, what am I praying for? Or what am I asking for? And then write it down. Because the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. But you got to know what you're writing about. So I'm asking you, ask yourself, what am I praying for? Or what am I asking for? Second, am I mentally prepared? Watch this word, to sustain it. Am I mentally prepared to sustain this new life? See, breakthroughs is break free from the old things that was keeping you stuck. So, am I mentally prepared to sustain the lifestyle that I'm creating? Am I prepared for it? Am I prepared to sustain this new me? I can really see how areas of my life where I created this new energy, this new mindset, and I'm operating in a new reality, but that old me be pulling me back sometimes, not via myself as much as I have allow the the people that I'm associated with or attached to or that's attached to me to pull me back. But no, I started getting these I call them spiritual vampires off of me and from around me. And sometimes it is not always, it's not always fun. You got to cut off those spiritual vampires because it truly be people that you love, you trust, that you done help coached or you done gave birth to, or you're sleeping in the bed with them, or they gave birth to you, they your sister, your brother, your auntie, your cousin, your friend, your mentor, your mentee, whatever. You just got, hey, I'm building something new and I gotta sustain it. So that means starting with myself. I gotta eradicate and uplift them little devils within. And then guess what? Gotta let them go. I gotta trust me. I have to trust me. Come on now. Some of us done made mistakes in the past and we stop trusting ourselves. You gotta trust you. Write that down. I gotta trust me. I gotta trust me. And in order to trust me, I gotta know that what I say, my word is bond to myself because I done did the work. I done did some work and I'm doing some more work to trust me. Trust you. And then guess what? If you can't trust the people around you, get rid of them. But give them an opportunity to be trusted. Give them the opportunity to be trusted. When they show up that they are untrustworthy and you keep trying to help them to be trustworthy and they are not worthy of your trust, cut them off. Cut them off, cut them off, cut them off, cut them off, cut them off. All right. So the third question is, what habits or thoughts must I change to align with my next level? Words are energy. So I would say one of the habits is create a new dialogue, inner dialogue, create a new inner conversations with yourself. Words are powerful. Create new words to affirm and declare for yourself. And then hold yourself accountable to the new words, the new language. Hold yourself accountable and hold the people, places, and things around you, in you, for you. Hold it accountable and eradicate the procrastination. Get up and move some things. Get up and move some people. Valid therapy is change of environment, decluttering, learning new information. All of this is therapeutic. Hmm? Be willing to grow. Be willing to think big and create in futures. Be willing to play a bigger game. Don't think big, but act small. Write that down. I'm not going to think big and act small. I'm thinking big. I'm being big, and it's okay to be bigger than life. Because God, you are a God, and God came to give you life and life more abundantly. So think bigger than your present circumstances. Don't play yourself small. Don't play the end. Don't let the energy play you small. Sometimes we can't move because of $1. Wait, you want to do something? You got an invitation to go somewhere to do something to be big, and you let $100, $200, $300, $400 to stop you, and you suffering in silence. You suffering with your same old situation. You letting the naysayers talk you out your blessings. No, when God asks you and come call you for salvation to move some things, move the energy. Don't let Oh, I don't know how I got on this level and why I'm on this level, but I'm gonna just go ahead and ride with it because somebody's maybe one person that's gonna listen to me today. You allowed the naysayers to stop you. You allowed old energy, old bad thoughts, old negative thinking, people that stuck on stuff from 15 years ago to stop you from your next level of growth. Hell to the no. God calling you to do something higher, bigger, better. You gonna let somebody stop you for what? You gonna let $1 stop you? No. I remember my daddy, may Allah be pleased with him. He gone. My daddy is gone. And I'm a Muslim. For those of you that's not a Muslim, it's okay. Lean into the God of your own understanding. I remember my daddy used to tell me, baby, you got to make $1 out of 15 cents. Hmm? You got to make some new energy. And so what I'm saying is to say, it's going to require greater discipline, greater thinking, greater emotional maturity to go to the next level of you. We are at war. Spiritual warfare is real. And so fortify yourself and know that you fit for the battlefield. I'm fit for the battlefield. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord. He equipped you to fight the battle, though. He equipped you. It's his battle, but he equipped you to fight his battles. And you got to be a servant. Serve yourself and others in the battle. And so that's all I want to say today. I'm fired up. I'm fired up because I'm so happy. I'm so elated of the lifestyle that God is blessing me to be, to do, and to have, and to maneuver through my own shortcomings and other people's shortcomings, and understand this that I'm a way maker. I've forged a way for others to come through this new reality. Who are you forging a way for, God? And what community will you be a part? See, community is so important as you are developing yourself. You got to find a space that you can serve and help. And so that's why I built the Heal on Purpose community, the Repair the Black Family community, because I'm looking for like-minded men and women that's willing to put on the full armor of truth and fight the battle to be healing, to grow, and get to more to total freedom of themselves and others. That you want power in every aspect of your life. Power means the ability to influence and change behavior patterns in the course of actions. Your generations is depending on you to show up. And the most important thing that you can do is be a part of community, and you got to have some stick to it. Sometimes we plug in and plug out. We don't have that stick to it. No, you got to have some stick to it in this day and time. So that you can be utilized and then be able to pour in and receive, pour somebody to pour into you and you to pour back out. Come on now. Come on. So, and let me say this. The next thing that it's going to take that I'm getting my information, I be feeling like I'm getting downloads, okay? Is the spirit is willing and the flesh is weak. You and I have to strengthen his body, family. We got to get his body in order, okay? You can tell how people love themselves and treat themselves by the way they think, because the mind makes the body sick. Okay, if you and I becoming sick, we got to check our thoughts. We got to get our bodies right, because we need healthy bodies to create a new world, heaven on earth. Okay, so in this community, the healing is spiritually, the healing is mental, the healing is emotional, the healing is physical, the healing is financially, right? The healing is in relationships, healing. And the more you and I heal, the better the family unit will be. You got to start with yourself first. Healing communication. Some of us has been abused by the tongue, and so now we are abusing people with the tongue. No, change it, change it. Come on, change it up today. So we're gonna go ahead and go to our next chapter, because I feel like I'm going on and on. And these videos are supposed to be short, but I let the spirit move me. What about you? Let the spirit move you. You know how to follow the spirit, have divine spirit. It takes a process of cleaning up the mind. Cleaning up the mind. Come on now. Let me put my glasses on. Oh, y'all, I need some glasses. It took a while for me to really appreciate my glasses. So, okay. I have my highlighter. Here we go. We are on page 33. That's a master number here. All right. Effect of thought on health and the body. There we go. Boop, boop. Here we go. Page 33. The body is the servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind, whether they be deliberately chosen or automatically expressed at the bidding of unlawful thoughts. The body sinks rapidly into disease and decay. At the command of glad and beautiful thought, it becomes clothed with youthfulness and beauty. Lord, disease and health, like circumstances, are rooted in thought. Sickly thoughts will express themselves through a sickly body. Thoughts of fear have been known to kill a man speedily as a bullet, and they are continually killing thousands of people just as surely, though less rapidly. The people who live in fear of disease are the people who get it. Anxiety quickly demoralizes the whole body and lays it open to the interest of disease, while impure thoughts, even if not physically indulged, will soon shatter the nervous system. Strong, pure, and happy thoughts build up the body in vigor and grace. The body is a delicate and plastic instrument which responds readily to the thoughts by which it is impressed and habits of thought will produce their own effects, good or bad, upon it. Men will continue to have impure Men will continue to have impure and poisoned blood so long as they propagate unclean thoughts. Out of a clean heart comes a clean life and a clean body. Out of a defiled mind proceeds a defiled life and a corrupt body. Thought is the font of action. Life and manifestation make the fountain pure, and all will be pure. Ooh, one more page, one more paragraph. Y'all ready for this? Let me get my highlight. I forgot. Do some green today. Green represents healing. Change of diet will not help a man who will not change his thoughts. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We hit it right there. When a man makes his thoughts pure, he no longer desires impure food. Clean thoughts makes clean habits. Highlight, highlight. The so-called saint who does not wash his body is not a saint. He is who has strengthened and purified his thought, does not need to consider a malevolent, malvolent microbe. Okay. If you would perfect your body, guard your mind. If you would renew your body, beautify your mind. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Thoughts of malice, envy, disappointment, despondency rob the body of its health and grace. A sour face does not come by chance. It is made by sour thoughts. Wrinkles that mar are drawn by fallen passion and pride. Okay, we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna stop right there because I'll just keep reading. Matter of fact, I am gonna keep reading. We're gonna finish this book before 21 days. No, I'm gonna stop right there. Okay. All right. So y'all have it. Y'all have it. Y'all have it. Y'all have it. Look, y'all have it. Because I have it too. Okay. It says right here, if you would perfect your body, guard your mind, if you will renew your body, beautify your mind. Okay. A changed diet will not help a man who will not change his thoughts. When a man makes his thoughts pure, he no longer desires impure food. Clean thoughts make clean habits. Come on now. We on a 21-day challenge to change. I love y'all for real. I just wanted to say this. Show up for yourself, grow up with yourself, and know that you are purposely healing on purpose. This is Coach Naira. Thank you for tuning in today. I love y'all for real. Tell somebody about this video. Sharing is caring. Get somebody else to heal on purpose with you. Have discussions, have community talks. What does it mean to truly change your mind? As a man or woman thinketh, so is she. Peace.